Hey guys, it's Sim. I guess I'll just speak on. I already didn't put videos out, 2 videos out today already, but I'm just so energized. Um, I want to just talk about how I knew I was different. I knew I was different since an early age in my life. I never really wanted to hang with too many people, chill with them or whatever. I always was a loner, somebody who just wanted to I always was in the yard, like trying to catch butterflies. I used to have a jar. I used to pick up red ants, all kind of little uh beetles. Uh Whenever I could, I would try to catch the ladybugs. Um I used to just catch a lot of insects, period. I mean, they just, I don't know, I was just drawn to them. Let me decline this call. That's my friend calling. But yeah, I connected with nature at an early age. Love cats, love dogs, love animals. Like I really do. Um I remember when I had to be 8 or 9, I want to say. When I first saw a spirit, the spirit would come and see me every night around the same time that it was time for me to go to bed. Every night. And it was this tall guy. And he would just be there on the wall, on my mom's closet door. And at first, it scared me. It scared me. Come on, 7, 8 years old, not expecting this. It just stood there. And I kind of shun away from it, and I put myself under the covers, put the covers over my head. Try to wake up my sister to ask her, was she able to see the same thing? But whenever I asked anybody, could they see, it was no. And so I stopped asking. Whenever he did come back around, I stopped asking. And he would be just there. And I know if I'm up, my sister's up, and they're not saying anything about it, I knew he was there to connect with me. And he used to come for the same time, and just be there. And so I finally built the courage to tell my mom about it, and uh, she was just as much as what I could think of. She was just where is that? Where he at? And just making sure that it wasn't trying to harm me, or if it wasn't trying to lead me out the house or anything like that. But it didn't take her by surprise. Like I told y'all, she was a very spiritual person. It didn't take her by surprise, but she was, she did make sure that it wasn't trying to mislead me, trying to trying to lead me out of the house or have me doing anything that I wasn't supposed to be doing. So after a couple of visits from him, I was like, well, he's not hurting me or anything. And he became I started looking at him like he was my friend. And I guess we can say it was he was one of the calm ones, I guess. I got so comfortable with him because I felt like he was a listener when nobody else would listen or believe or anything like that. He was there. He never tried to harm me in any kind of way. He just would stare, just would be there. And even got so comfortable. I had got so comfortable with him. I was like, I wanted him to stay there until I fell asleep. I mean, some people just like probably be afraid of it. I mean, the way I connected with him, like he was my friend. That was like the very first one. But then I started, seeing different ones. People that I knew had passed on, and I mean, they didn't try to harm me. I never had, I mean, never had the ones that I knew that had passed on. They never tried to harm me or scare me or anything like that. They just was around. It was just around. I just had a connection. I just have this connection with those that then passed on. And it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me no more. Because I know it's just, I don't know if I supposed to have a message for them or they have a message for me. I just always had a connect, like I always connected with those who have passed on. The only time, and I do want to say, like, it was just one time, I did have a bad experience. Not that the spirit was trying to harm me or anything, but it was me, my wife that passed away, and my kids. We were all in our living room having family time, just talking, and probably was watching a movie or something. And I remember I went upstairs to go get something. And I got to get back into this here. I'll tell y'all more about this. But I went upstairs to go get something. I forgot what it was. But when I was coming back down the stairs, everybody in the house was seated on the couches, like doing whatever they was doing. But I remember my wife was paying attention to me coming up the stairs because my dog was walking right behind me. But the dog, like, keep in mind, my dog was behind me and I was walking ahead of the dog, and I was passing like the guest restroom in a hall to go get to the dining room, the living area. So, I promise y'all, they had two. It was 1/4 pitched at me. Somebody threw a quarter at me. It took me by surprise because I've always had, for whatever reason, whenever I went in either one of the bathrooms in our house, I would always have 12 cents waiting for me on top of the sink or either on side the toilet. It would just be there for me to catch it. Oh, wow. 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 It took me up until this moment. I won't speak on it, but I'm a research something. Wow, it never crossed my path that this is a possibility. But I'll tell y'all more about my thoughts. Would just cross my mind, but not in this video. I have to do a little research first. But yeah, a quarter was thrown at me. I turned around and picked it up. I'm looking around like, where did that come from? I'm asking my family that's sitting on the sofa. I knew it wasn't from them, but it was just a question that I asked them. Who pitched that quarter at me? Everybody was like confused, just as confused as I was about it. As I'm talking to my family, another quarter came from behind and dropped right in front of my face. Right in front of my face in mid-air, like it literally is there. I turned around and I picked that quarter up. I went to the end of the hall, looked up the stairs, nothing. Looked in the first bedroom that I had to pass, nothing. I'm like, wait, they witnessed exactly what had actually happened. They saw the money like being thrown at me. So my family already knew that I always had, up until it just stopped maybe like a year ago, where I would get 12 cents. someone would actually leave me 12 cents, and it's been going on for years. And I opened up the bathroom door, and there was 12 cents sitting right there on the sink, along with the 50 cent that was thrown to me. My family was in disbelief. So coming out of the bathroom, my dog was just sitting there. She was just sitting there. And she was waiting for me to come out. I walked to the hall, and my dog Max just sat there. And it's not the dogs that I have now. It was a dog that I had, Max. Somebody stole her from out the neighborhood. But as I was calling her, because she was just staring. She was staring. And I was like, Max, come on, come on. While Max was like heading our way to come to the living area, Max went up in midair. Something flipped Max straight up in the air and landed back down on her legs and on his legs, and I could just hear the scream when he landed on his feet. Like he was in pain. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. We all were just stuck like, wait. So I'm calling Max. And while Max was trying to come to me, Max got flipped again, guys. Max got flipped again. I immediately jumped up and picked up my dog. I picked him up because I wanted I wanted the spirit to stop. Leave him alone. You're hurting him. Like, we knew at this point that we was dealing with an entity. A very, like, dangerous one. And I'm just talking about this because, like, I've had spirits that follows me. I don't know exactly, but while I'm on this journey, I'm going to find out exactly what my connection is with the dead. Are they relying on me to give them some information about someone, or do they have messages for me? Because look, y'all, they follow me everywhere I go, but they don't harm me. They don't even scare me. I know that it's something else that God have for me, and I have to dig deep into it. I wish I wasn't so caught up into the world back then, where I missed out so much on what God actually had for me to do, my purpose. And I know one of them is to try to win souls and bring them into God. I know that, but it's something spiritually with me connecting with the dead, or the dead connecting with me. I don't know, y'all. I slept too long in that world, but I still have life in me, and I'm going to find out what all that was about. What message was God trying to give me? Or I have to find out. I have to find out. I'm out of this sleep. I'm awoke. I'm awake now, and I just want to know, what is it about? And I will find out. And I know that I'll have so much to talk about once I go and search that information. We all have a purpose. We have to pay attention to the things that happens in our lives. We got to stop being distracted by things that don't count and don't matter. I got to find out. Because I have more than just one job to do. God really have this big job for me to do, and I'm going to do it. He chose me to do it. He chose me to get it done. And I feel honored, and I will get it done. Y'all, this Sim, I'll be back with more. I just want to go take and just a few minutes out to research something right quick. I love y'all. May God be with you. Continue to make the rest of y'all day great. And look out for somebody. Sim checking out, y'all. I'll be back.